The phone lights up. I reach for it. Someone needs something, and I say yes. Sure, no problem. Of course. I got you. The phone goes quiet. For exactly 4 minutes, then it lights up again. Different person, same pattern, and I respond again, because that's what I do. I'm the person people reach out to when they need something. The one who shows up, the one who never says no. And for a long time, I thought that was a good thing. I thought being available meant being valuable. A friend needed help moving. I showed up early, stayed late, lifted everything. 2 weeks later, they asked again. Different apartment, same expectation. I said yes, because I thought that's what friends do. But when I needed help, they were busy. Not once, every time. And I told myself, it's fine, they're just going through something. But the pattern kept repeating, with different people, in different situations. I was always the first call, never the first choice when I needed something. And that's when I realized I wasn't in their life because I mattered. I was in their life because I was useful. I decided to try something, an experiment. I stopped saying yes immediately. When someone asked for a favor, I said, let me check and get back to you. Not no. Just not yes right away. And something fascinating happened. Half the people never followed up. They found someone else, or they did it themselves, or it turned out it wasn't that urgent. The request disappeared the moment I didn't confirm. That's when I understood. Most people weren't asking because they needed me. They were asking because I was the easiest option, the path of least resistance, and I had trained them to see me that way. I started saying no, not rudely, not defensively, just calmly. I can't help with that right now. The first time I said it, I braced myself. I expected anger, disappointment, maybe even an argument. But what I got was stranger. Nothing. They just said, oh, okay, no worries, and moved on, like it didn't matter. Like I didn't matter. And that hurt more than I expected, because I realized the people I thought valued me only valued my availability. The moment I wasn't available, I stopped existing to them. But some people got upset, not loudly, not dramatically, but I could feel it, the shift in tone, the distance. And at first I thought, they're mad because I said no. But then I realized something darker. They weren't upset that I said no. They were upset that I changed the agreement. An agreement I never signed. An agreement they created, where I'm always available. Where my time is always theirs. Where no isn't an option. And when I broke that agreement, I wasn't rejecting their request. I was rejecting the role they gave me, the role I accepted, without realizing it. And that's what they couldn't forgive. Not my no, but the fact that I stopped being predictable. Here's the part that broke me. The people who respected me most were the ones I said no to. Not all of them, but many. When I set a boundary, something shifted. They didn't get upset. They adjusted. They planned better. They asked more carefully. And when I did say yes, it meant something, because it wasn't automatic. It was a choice. I thought saying yes made me valuable, but it didn't. It made me expected. Saying no made me valuable, because suddenly my yes had weight. People don't value helpful people. They value people who can say no. I thought the cost of availability was tiredness or being taken for granted. But it wasn't. The real cost was this. I became a supporting character in my own life. Everyone else was the main character, and I was just there, in the background, helping, supporting, available, but never the priority, not even my own. I stopped noticing what I needed, because I was too busy noticing what everyone else needed. I stopped protecting my time, because I thought boundaries made me selfish. But boundaries aren't selfish. They're the only thing that makes your presence valuable. Because when you're available to everyone, you become important to no one. Not even yourself. One night, I was exhausted, completely drained, and my phone buzzed. "Hey, can you help me with something real quick?" I stared at it, and for the first time, I asked myself, what if I don't? Not, what will they think? Not, will they be upset? Just, what if I don't? And I didn't reply. I put the phone down. The next morning, they texted again. Never mind, I figured it out. And I realized they didn't need me. They needed someone available. And the moment I wasn't, they solved it themselves. I'm not always available anymore. And that doesn't make me unkind. It makes me intentional. I still help people, but I choose when, and I choose who. And when I say yes now, it's because I want to, not because I'm afraid to say no. The people who stayed are the ones who respected my boundaries. The ones who left were only there for convenience. The phone still lights up. But now, I don't always reach for it. Sometimes I let it sit, not because I don't care, but because I've learned something. The people who value you don't need you to always be there. They need you to choose to be there. And there's a difference, a quiet one, but it changes everything.